Every step that Mitchell had to make was like 10 steps of ours in effort. And I don't think I ever understood how hard it was for him just to do the simple tasks.
Mitchell Wilson just wanted to be a normal kid, but the 10-year-old had muscular dystrophy. He couldn't run and jump like the other children. But what he could do was walk, and he would walk and walk every day because that was the only way to maintain his mobility. Until the day last fall when he was jumped by another child and mugged for his cell phone. And Mitchell was never the same.
Like I said, he had plenty of anxiety attacks over what was going on. He realized that how weak he really was and how he was unable to defend himself. And being a young man, there's always, he was a very proud kid, and the fact that he couldn't defend himself in that situation hurt his self-esteem irreparably.
The young offender was charged with robbery and assault and transferred out of Mitchell's school. But Mitchell was terrified now to return to class because the boys' friends were still there, and they would taunt him and bully him and even follow him home from school, giving him a hard time about why he was proceeding with the charges. Mitchell fell into a deep depression, and this summer was getting more and more anxious about returning to class. On the first day of school, his father went to wake him up. He had taken his own life.
He knew that this is the last summer of Mitchell, where he could go go-karting, go in the boat at the cottage, walk around freely, although it was a struggle, swim without being lifted by a big lift into the swimming pool, be permanently confined to a wheelchair 100% of his days, and be a spectator in life and watch other kids have fun. And decided to ultimately end it all, right? End all his worries. Doesn't have to deal with the bullies anymore. He doesn't have to feel like people are staring at him. He didn't want to feel a burden.
On September 28th, the young offender is due back in court, but Mitchell's family has already been warned that nothing probably will happen to the 13-year-old. With Mitchell gone now, there's no one to identify him.
I'll be going to court next week. We'll have my statement, my wife's statement, my mother's and my sister's statements, victim statements. And if they take our agreement, then their lawyer is supposed to read the statements to the child. It's one of the conditions of not going forward with the charges, and to try and make him understand. Maybe he doesn't do this to another kid, someone else.
How is it possible that an 11-year-old disabled boy felt that his only way out was to take his own life? In this tragedy, there are no easy answers. For a heartbroken father, all he has left are his memories of his best buddy.
It goes without saying, I miss him every day.
If you could say something to him now, what would you say?
Just I love him. That I hope he's okay.
For Sun News Network, I'm Michelle Mandel.